Guys, this is Kid Broly here, and my new icon, well, that thing that you see, when you click on my videos and, well, go to my channel. Well, that's basically thanks to Black Knight. He's a really cool guy, and he's been updating my icon for a while. So, yeah. Okay, let's get started in this video. But I'm just going to see the list again. So let's see what Deku's quirks is in this. Demon Wings, Black Fire, basically Amaterasu, Telekinesis, Red Lightning, Mind Control, Shapeshifting, Metal Manipulation. Okay. I might not have that because just waking up on my end. It's lucky that I'm even doing this video today. So yeah. Let's get started. So Deku's basically, well, just after meeting All Might. Deku's just, well, he's not excited to meet All Might. He just basically is, well, Deku believes he's actually stronger than All Might in this one. And that's not an understatement. He is way more powerful than All Might. Like, he's like, if All Might was an ant, Deku would be a giant. Because, Deku's power is technically limitless because of his shape-shifting. Because theoretically, he can grow to, like, the size of a giant and be as, strong as one. So, yeah. It's just, he has a kind of OP quirk. So, yeah. Deku's basically going to be, well, not excited, and Deku's probably just going to be drinking like a cup of coffee after school. Yeah, I'm just going to be going with that same thing I've always gone with. Well, not always gone with, but in, some what ifs. Because I would say that Deku would be a little more mature than he is normally in, My Hero Academia world. I would say it's, black coffee too, so yeah. That's not important to the story, but it just feels like it can be important, So, yeah. Deku's basically just going to be, yeah. Oh, right, what were the comments for the name of his quirk? Gotta go check real quick. Okay, guys, I just figured out what his quirk's name is. It's going to be called Hellspawn. So, yeah. I don't remember who, I just checked out for like a second, so yeah. Deku's quirk's name is going to be Hellspawn, and his hero's name is definitely going to be Hellspawn too, so yeah. I don't really know, but, I'm just going to say that Deku's basically just going to walk home. The Sludge Villain will basically break free of the bottle, like in canon, and basically Deku will have to, well, use his full power. So, since the sludge monsters may have sludge, he'll basically, put electricity on them. Because no matter what you are, the human body still conducts electricity, even if it's bad sludge, because sludge is essentially has water in it, so yeah. Plus, he can use black fire on it, on a slime villain. So, yeah. And that fire never goes out. Yeah, I'm just making Amaterasu right there. So, yeah, Deku's basically going to have Amaterasu. But, yeah, Deku's just going to be, yeah, doing that from a distance. I'm going to say that he just does it with his eye. Because he can create with his eye or with, or of his hands, or, he basically can do it out of any part of his body. He can create it. So, yeah. Deku's basically just going to do that. And basically, well, he's going to probably get a recommendation letter. Because of how powerful his quirk is. Like, I'm going to say that UA figures out that he has this quirk because, the doctors basically tell UA about this really powerful kid at a young age. Like, once the doctors locate what his quirk is, they basically just tell all the hero schools. And basically UA looks at his record, and he looks like a good kid. So yeah, they're just going to take him in. I'm going to say that they're just going to, do a full scholarship too. Like, well, not, a scholarship, but, a full recommendation. So, yeah. Deku is basically just going to, but he's just not going to reject it, but he's going to go to the exam. Because Deku's, way smarter in this one too. I always make him way smarter. It comes with the territory of telekinesis. So, yeah. Deku's probably going to have, like, I don't know, the highest known scores. One of the highest known scores in history. Yeah, for, nowadays standards for IQ. So, yeah. And then Deku's basically going to go into that, in the practical exam. He's just going to look around for each robot. And then, well, not look around, but he's just going to feel around for each robot. That comes with his metal bending powers. And then he's basically just going to launch, like, these fire bolts and electric bolts. They're the swords and stuff like that. The closer ones get, fire bolts. The far away ones get lightning bolts. So, yeah. And basically, everyone's wondering what his quirk is. And I'm just going to say everyone gets in, like, normal, too. So, yeah, and Deku's going to have, like, the highest score in, UA history for both tests. He's probably going to get, like, 50% of the robots. So, people at least have a fighting chance. So, yeah. Everyone's going to be, same in the same place, And Deku's basically just going to be flying around or something like that. Because he has the demon wings, he's just going to fly around. Probably in class, he's just going to be hovering with his wings because he's bored. So, yeah. Plus, he can just lift himself with telekinesis and float around on that. So, yeah. She has an OP quirk. He can fly no matter what, even if his wings were, I don't know, clipped. So, yeah. And I wouldn't say it would take any matter, because shapeshifting usually means that you go into the same form as a being and have the same amount of matter as that being. So you're not weaker or stronger than it. You're just the same. Just an exact replica. But besides for quirks. So yeah, Deku's basically just going to be using his demon wings a lot during the test. For the ball throw, Deku's just going to use his telekinesis and lift it up to space. I'm going to say it's going to be able to go in 1 second. So yeah. And then in that jumping thing, Deku's basically just going to fly. In the race, Deku's probably just going to, well, Deku's just going to, lift himself with his telekinesis and then just propel himself forwards, like at the speed of light. So, yeah. Deku's going to have a pretty OP quirk. didn't think about this. In the strength test, I'm gonna say that Deku basically turns into like a lion or no, a dragon, and basically, holds onto it. So yeah, he basically breaks the, handle. And yeah, Deku gets first place in everything. Side to side lunges. He basically manipulates his matter to go in each place in like a second. Not to mention his telekinesis could just push him side to side instantaneously. So he could just do it like in 2 nanoseconds. Like 2002 nanoseconds. So yeah. Deku has a Omega powerful quirk. So let's get on to the fighting exam. Deku's basically going to get teamed up with Oraka, like Canon. And Deku's basically just going to say, I got this, and then just drinks to be a mouse, and then just goes up the entire building, and sees where the bomb is, and then just jumps on it, and then shapeshifts back. So basically, everyone's going to be saying, what is he planning to do? And then they realize what he's planning to do. And yeah, Deku basically just took the win instantaneously. I mean, Bakugo would be expecting something like this, but wouldn't be able to prepare for it, Because Deku's just going to be lifting himself with, his set. Well, his. What's the word? I forgot the word. Telekinesis. He's just going to be lifting himself with it. So he can just, fly basically with it, even without his wings. So no one can tell who's the rat and who's, Deku. And basically Deku transforms back on top of the bomb. And yeah. They get the W and Bakugo gets the L. So yeah. Let's go to the USJ incident. Deku's basically going to be, going as normal. Well, everyone's going to be asking what his quirk is on the bus. So he'll basically would say quietly that my quirk's called, Hellspawn. And everyone would say, what is your quirk's name? It's called Hellspawn. And everyone's going to be shocked on how, terrible of a name his quirk has. Like, it basically is, it basically makes him sound like a villain. But, he's really not. He's basically like a gentle soul that's been treated like a villain. I mean, Bakugo is going to say that he's a villain. Is still going to say that he's a villain for having such a powerful quirk. Then Deku basically just in the USJ incident basically sees the portal opening up, and basically once the first villain comes out, Deku basically just puts his hand on the ground and then just says, Molten Erupt. Because he's basically, putting his electricity in the ground mixed with his fire. So, yeah. And then, basically, the entire ground in that general vicinity turns into lava. So, yeah. Deku has no control over, lava, but he has control over his black flames. Which, thinking about it, wouldn't the lava just become black lava? So he would have control over it. So, yeah. All the villains are going to be terrified because this kid just created, like, a lava lake. And, yeah. Deku is basically just going to be walking over it because, the flames won't affect him. Because, he's basically just going to be putting some, black flames on the bottom of his shoes. And he's basically telling the black flames not to burn him. Just to burn the lava. And let him walk on it. So, yeah. And basically, Deku Deku's basically just going to be, well, walking up to them, and then, what Handjob basically says to, get the Nomu, and they do. And Deku basically says, is that a, is that, what is that? And basically, Handjob says, you won't win. He has a regeneration quirk, or something like that. And then Deku says, are you sure I won't win? Because fire can... Did you know that my fire can go on permanently? As long as I say so. And then Deku basically snaps his fingers, and the Nomu's on fire. And it's not going out anytime soon. So, yeah. Wow, it's already 15 minutes. Time goes by pretty quickly. But, yeah. Deku's basically going to burn the Nomu alive. And the brain's going to be the only thing left. So it will be going so... the fire will basically be burning it so fast that... it basically engulfs the whole Nomu in 1 second. So, yeah. And then all the villains are shocked that Deku killed the Nomu in a second. I mean, 5 seconds, sorry. So, Deku basically, so Deku basically sees that there's some bones left. No, I'm not going to say that. So, Deku basically sees that all the villains are terrified about this now. And then Deku basically, says, ultimate attack. Fire? Dragon? He's shapeshifting in this. So, and then he basically says, roar. Black fire dragon? Roar. And basically he, turns into a dragon. And basically starts going closer and closer to each villain. And just, targeting basically the outsides. So it's painful, but it won't burn through the villains, So they're basically captured. Black lightning fire dragon? Not black and red fire dragon? Lightning dragon? Roar! Because he's also putting some electricity into that. So the villains are getting shocked. On top of that, they're getting burned. Well, cooked, to be more precise, because the fire's only targeting the lightning. So, yeah, they're all good. And then Handjob basically, says retreat. And Deku says, no, not for you. And then basically, says ultimate attack. Metal prison. And basically, puts, all this all this, metal around him. And then just starts burning the outside to cook him alive. So if the portal villain went in, he basically would be straight up roasted because the fire would be targeting, the portal villain. So, yeah. So, it wouldn't be really harming, Handjob, but it would be burning him at the same time. So, yeah. And Deku's basically just going to be really happy that he was able to do this perfectly. And then Deku basically pulls... I'm going to say that Deku decides to do this on the spot. He basically pulls like an iron beam from the roof. And then basically condenses it into like a staff. Like you're seeing here. I have no idea why I wanted to do that, but it just feels like he would do that to me, And he's basically going to say, this is going to be my reward for a well done job. And basically, all the people are going to be sent to jail, even, Handjob and the portal villain. So, yeah. I mean, the portal villain would be eternally on fire, because the portals would not even be able to close the fire. Thinking about it, because his body would technically be destroyed if he went in there. And Deku would say this: no matter where you go, the fire will still be on you. If there's any trace amount, which there's always going to be, because it's going to be stuck to your skin. That's what Deku's going to be saying. So yeah, Deku's basically just going to get the pole, and then just, charge some electricity in it, so if he actually hits someone with it, it's basically going to be, well, it's going to burn them, I mean, it's going to electrocute them. So he basically is warning them, because if he also hits the pole with the ground, on the ground, it's basically going to send out this, huge electric field. So yeah, I just feel like he would do this for some reason. And that would be a lot of metal inside of it, so yeah. It would definitely be conducting a lot of electricity. So yeah. I already finished the USJ. No one actually got hurt, so yeah. And there's a humongous pool of lava in there now. And it's black lava too. So once Deku basically lets go of the blackness, the black fire and the lava, he's basically just going to, people are going to be able to pour water on it for it to cool down, So yeah, Deku's quirk is a little OP if you think about it. And then Deku's basically just going to be carrying that staff around wherever he goes. So he basically can charge a super, electric attack and smash it on the ground. Because I'm going to say that that will be able to hold electricity, Because metals are usually able to be a good conductor, but I'm pretty sure they also can hold electricity if you power it with electricity and don't use the energy for anything. Because the lightning's not going to be able to even go back into Deku, it's just going to basically be out of Deku permanently. Yeah, it's just going to basically, well, I don't know how to put it, but it's basically just going to be permanently out. So Deku can't bring it back in unless it hits something. Well, no. You can't bring it in, period. It just, it's going to be permanently out. This is going to be the end of my left for now. Okay, see you guys later, and peace.